All right. Good morning. No, I got Americano too. 不用，谢谢。Okay, we just got out of gym. It's quite unusual for us. We are already at my wife's work area.
My work? Your work?
I mean, I will stay in this cafe this morning.
A work life?
Yeah. All right, let me see. I think I was on chapter 4, Awakening, or maybe chapter 5. I think chapter 4.
谢谢。
A daily reminder. If there are clear boundaries to behavior within a given field of endeavor, then there is also great freedom to adapt and imagine within those limits, within those lines. These boundaries, however, should always be tested to see if they are actually still real. It takes conscious acts by individuals to test these edges. David Whitey. I still haven't looked up this guy yet. After returning to work, I felt like I had gone through a major transformation, but to my colleagues, I appeared back to normal. I was physically present but detached. Rather than participating in meetings as a good team member, I observed them as a visiting anthropologist. I saw my colleagues with my new eyes. Are they happy? What kind of pain or challenges are they dealing with? Is this how they want to be spending their time? This is quite fun. I actually want to do that too. If I can just spend some time at some office and just getting to know people, that would be fun. Once you ask this question, there's no going back. Not because of the contradictions in other people's lives, but because it makes it difficult to live in contradiction in your own life. This inspired me to act. I wanted to design a career that worked for me and decided to start with a simple commitment. One inspired by a talk from Earl Jones, an MIT alumni who had shared his leadership principles with my class in grad school. I remember how he had a list of words that reminded him of what he values, something that popped up on his calendar every morning. Well, that's actually a great idea. You know what you want, you know your values, so every time you make a decision, you had some guidelines. Right. I followed his example and created a daily calendar entry of priorities for my life. I mean, I do that on my Notion journal as well. I set priorities every day, and they can be different from day to day. First on my list was wealth. After recovering from my health challenges, I would do anything to stay healthy. Oh shit, I read wealth. Did I? Okay, health is... Next, my head told me to list career, but my heart told me to list it last. This simple decision was my first conscious commitment to exploring the possibility of a life not centered around work. My final list included 4 items: health, relationships, fun and creativity, and career. Since 2013, the list pops up on my phone at 8:30 a.m. each morning. Staring at those 4 items in that order was scary. Without knowing it, I had embraced a question that would shape my decisions. How do you design a life that doesn't put work first? The answer, my dear reader, is simple. You start underachieving at work. You stop setting an alarm and you cancel morning meetings because the energy gained is worth fighting for. You start working remotely on Fridays without asking because the extra 24 hours with your grandmother is worth it. You start taking naps at the office because there's a nap room and someone has to use it, right? I felt like a rebel, like I was doing something wrong. At the same time, I had the sense that taking ownership of my life in this way, especially to prioritize my health, was something worth doing. Instead of being consumed with thoughts about work and my next step, I had time to continue to experiment, and in the space that emerged, a creative energy entered which started to become a central force in my life. This is amazing to read. Once you make room for other things, actually you would have more creativity. Okay, thanks for reading with me. Cheers. Just a normal Americano. Nothing special. Bye bye.